Hey, today what we want to do is talk about green card marriage interview questions. A lot of people come up to me and they say that, hey, look, getting a green card through marriage is the easiest path to permanent residency. And while that may be true, it's not a simple path. And the biggest concern is what happens at the interview? What will I be asked? That's what we're going to learn today. Today, we're going to discuss the various topics, the various kinds of topics that you might be asked at your green card interview. But first, let me review with you a few preliminary matters. Normally, the government is going to review your application for marriage fraud. That's just automatic, okay? But in most cases, they don't schedule a specific interview to go through items where they can be exposing inconsistencies between you and your spouse. But if they spot something in your application, red flags, then we could have some issues. And some of the red flags to you might not seem fair, but the government seems to think that they're viable areas to look at. For instance, if you have a marriage of individuals from different races, they're going to scrutinize that a little tougher. If you have individuals with a wide age variation between you, the husband or wife is 20, 30 years older or younger than the other spouse, then that could be a problem. Then there's also targeted nationalities. Targeted nationalities could be a real issue. There's other issues, trial separations, property, but we're going to go into that, okay? Now, note this. This is video number 1. This is lesson number 1. We're only going to cover 4 topics because this is a pretty tough area to cover. And I don't want you to be sitting around having to watch a video of a long duration in order to understand what's going on. So we're going to go through some of the issues here real quickly that I'm going to touch on that can hopefully help you prepare for your own green card interview. First question is how you met. Well, when did you meet your spouse? When did you guys first stare into each other's eyes and fall in love? Who was there? Who was there at the interview? They may ask you, who was there at the interview? Where were you at? Was it day? Was it evening? They can ask you questions like that. Now, I'd like to say that over the course of the next 3 videos, you're going to get a complete guide to permanent residency marriage interview questions. But that's absolutely impossible. For every question that I share with you here, there's at least three times that amount that I can think of in my own mind that they might ask you. So let's talk about, where did you meet? Did you meet at a party? Did you meet at a house? With some friends? Were you introduced maybe at school? How long have you known each other? And then how long after that did you start dating? How long after that did you guys become serious about each other? Who proposed? Those are the types of questions. Simple stuff, really. If you're really married, simple stuff, right? Hell yeah. Not if you've been married a long time. I mean, that's some of that stuff you tend to forget. And then let's go into employment. The issues of employment. Where do you work? Easy question. How much do you earn or your spouse earn? Where does your spouse work? Easy questions, right? But let's go. Do you know your spouse's boss? Have you been to any parties at your spouse's companies during Christmas or any holidays? Have you met any of his coworkers? Oh, what's your spouse's wages? Oh, how are you paid? Direct deposit? Deposit into account? And did you get any bonuses? What about last year? Did either one of you get a bonus? Okay. And they're not going to ask you, did either one of you get a bonus? They're going to ask you first about you, then they're going to ask you about him. And then when you go, or her, and then when you go to the interview, I mean, they're going to separate you. Note that you will be in separate rooms. If your case goes this far, you'll be separated. And when they separate you, they're going to ask you about her and him, you and your spouse. They're going to ask you about it. They're going to separate you, and they're going to see what kind of answers you give. And they're comparing. Because if you don't give similar answers, they don't have to be exactly alike, but they should be similar enough that they can tell that, well, you guys really know each other. You're a real couple. If you can't get that out of them, you're in trouble. And as I shared in a previous video, when I was a rookie attorney, less than a year in practice, I was duped by a couple. And I swore to myself that would never happen again. I was furious at the end of the night. I was furious. I was furious that I didn't catch the warning signs. But that's how you learn and you get better. I have to admit, at that moment, I was like, boy, did you really go to law school, buddy? I mean, you should have spotted some of those signs, I think. But being a rookie, and there was no harm, no foul. So they didn't go through with whatever they were trying to pull off, and they understood, hey, we really goofed. And I don't really know what happened to the couple because they disappeared. But don't try a fraud. That's one thing that I'm pointing out here. Okay, issue number 3 that you might want to think about is your current home. When did you guys move in that house? Oh, what colors are it? Oh, and the walls in your bathroom, what color are they? How many bathrooms do you have? What about the kitchen? Do you have curtains? What color are the curtains? What about the living room? You have curtains in there? You have carpet in there? What color are they? Easy stuff. Easy stuff if you're a real couple. Okay, but that's not always the case, and that's why they do these interviews. They're going to weed you out if you're trying to perpetuate a fraud, and that's good. That's good because immigrants do not need the negative publicity from those fraud artists that are trying to make money off unsuspecting individuals from other countries. And a lot of times, that's what happens. People are told, hey, we can pull this off, you get a green card. No, don't go in that direction. And you may want to check out some of my other videos that I've posted on fraud because it's a serious problem. Okay, item number 4. This is, and I know this sounds almost like a video on fraud, huh? I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm really talking about the interview questions. But the reason they do this is to prevent marriage fraud. They don't want to give green cards to couples that are not bona fide, that are not legitimate, that are not real, that marriage is not real. So special days and vacations. What is the biggest holiday for your family? Where do you celebrate it at? When was the last time you went to watch a movie? What did you watch? Where did you take a vacation? Have you taken a vacation since you got married? Where did you go? Did you take pictures? And what special events? Did you go to a concert while you were there? Did you go to a baseball game, a basketball game? Did you go to a nightclub? Did you go to a nice restaurant? Hey, those are things that you should know. And they're ripe for questioning. You have to know you have to sit down and think about the things that you might be asked. To compare notes, because someone you guys might sometimes not recall as readily. Both of you may not recall. And that could create a problem because it will look like you're perpetuating a fraud. You don't want that. You want to think about your life. And those are really what they look for is one. They're looking for your relationship history. Your history of relation. They want to make sure that it's a real relationship. They're looking at your recent history together. Do you have a history together? Are you really a couple? And they take it from there, okay? Because, look, they want to make sure that if they give someone a green card based on a marriage, that it's a real marriage. And that's perfectly understandable. Hey, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I have other videos about permanent resident through marriage, through defending yourself if you're facing deportation, and a whole bunch of other issues. And if there's any topics you like that you would like me to address, write it in the notes below. So like this channel, subscribe to my channel. You'll be seeing a lot more of this, and hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions, you can also email me at carlos@BataraImmigrationLaw.com. And I hope this has helped you a little bit. And feel free to look for video number 2 on this topic. I'm going to discuss 4 other categories. Take care. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Know someone who might be interested in this video? Then please take a moment to like and share it with them. Also, if you would like more videos on immigration, just click on the subscribe button. And here's a little bonus, a short guide that you can download for free by clicking on the link on the description box or the square-shaped image. Plus, if you have ideas for videos you'd like to see, write a short comment below or feel free to contact me at carlos@BataraImmigrationLaw.com. My name is Carlos Batara. I appreciate your time and hopefully we'll be talking again very, very soon.